Good news, everyone! Eco mode's finally fixed on the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Would you like to know more? Then stay tuned. So, if you guys saw my last video, I told you about two new TSBs, or technical service bulletins, released for the Hyundai Ioniq 5 here in the United States. One of which was an update to a previous TSB released in December that gives 2022 all-wheel drive owners battery conditioning mode. That did not exist on those cars until December of 2022. Unfortunately, that update broke eco mode for all the people that had it installed. You went from having 0 to 40 times around 4 seconds to over 7 seconds, and it made the mode almost unusable. And the second TSB, the one we're talking about in today's video, is the fix for those cars that had the T9Q update already done to them. So I got my car into a Hyundai dealership a couple days ago, and I'm going to do some testing right now to show you guys what 0 to 40 is like after the update. So let's talk about getting this update. So the day after the TSB went out, I went to the Hyundai Owners portal online, and I made an appointment the next day with my local Hyundai dealership. Now, something of note here. If you have two options when you make the appointment, whether you're going to wait for your car there or get picked up and come back and get the car later, I highly suggest that you write drop it off if you can. If you live close and you can get a ride or they can shuttle you, do that option. Because when I picked wait for my car, it was a 2-week waiting period. When I changed it to get picked up and then drop back off, I was able to get an appointment the very next day. So if you guys are in a hurry to get work done on your Hyundai, try that little trick. It might just work for you. Anyway, I get to my dealership the next day. I drop my car off at about 2:30 in the afternoon, and they close at 5:30. So around 5 o'clock, I get a phone call saying, the update is taking a lot longer than we expected. It was only at 30% by 5 o'clock, and they didn't want to leave it running overnight. So they stopped the update, said they would restart it the following day. And so they did that, and the following day I went and picked up my vehicle that afternoon. Besides the delay of getting my car back, it was a pretty seamless experience. I went in with a physical copy of the TSB to show them, and I'm glad I did because it didn't show up in their system, and if I didn't have that technical service bulletin printed out or pulled up on my phone, they would have had no idea what I was talking about, and they would have just brushed me away and said, come back in a week or so probably. So if you're going in, make sure you have the TSB to show them. And this is what happens when things like this are so new. The dealerships don't know about them. I was the very first person at my dealership to get it. Kind of funny, something the guy who checked me in said. He said, you guys with your Ioniq 5s are so on top of everything with your cars. You guys know more about your cars than anybody here. I took that as a compliment, and I know you guys are very proud of your cars. You guys want to be on top of the details, so I just wanted to pass that along because I thought it was kind of funny. But now's the time to go check out what these 0 to 40 times really look like. All right, here's iPedal. Okay, 2.1. All right, we're going to level 2 now. Okay, so let's do another run here at level 0. Now we're in auto in the lowest setting. All right, here's auto. There's 40. All right, and we'll do one final run here in iPedal. So let's go home, put these numbers in the spreadsheet and see how they compare. All right, I'm back. I put the data into the spreadsheet with our previous testing, and let's see where it falls. Numbers are greatly improved, and they're definitely more in line with cars prior to the update. So 0 to 20 times were all between 2.1 and 2.3 seconds. 0 to 30 was between 3.1 and 3.4, and 0 to 40 was between 4.2 and 4.5. Now, the only testing numbers that I was able to find that was cars made in 2022 prior to getting the T9Q preconditioning update, They had 0 to 30 times of between 3.4 to 3.6 seconds. So our 0 to 30 times now are even slightly better than these cars got before they had any updates. 0 to 30 times are basically halved compared to some of the driving modes in the 2023 limited trim that I had for a week and my 2022 SEL with the battery conditioning update. So 0 to 40 times, greatly improved. Now what I'm noticing is that in eco mode, you still have to put your foot down about halfway to get some real good acceleration. But when you put your foot down to the floor, as in, hey, I need power right now, it goes. It's not like prior to this fix where you'd have your foot down to the floor. You could be in an emergency situation trying to make a maneuver and your thumb's not quick enough to change that drive mode, or you're not comfortable enough with the car yet to even know how to reflexively get to that drive mode switch, and you could get yourself in an accident. So I am very happy with this. Good job, Hyundai. I'm really happy you guys did this. This is a big improvement, so thank you. So yesterday I did do about a 65, 70 mile round trip drive, and that included about 50% highway driving and 50% road driving. And I averaged over 3 miles per kilowatt hour. It was about 32 to 35 degrees outside, so it was cold. It wasn't super cold, but that's better efficiency than I've gotten in normal mode all winter. So I think I'm going to start sticking to eco mode. I kind of poo-pooed it when I first got the car, but now seeing how much better my efficiency can be on this one drive that I did last night compared to normal mode. So normal mode has gotten me between 2.4 to like 2.6 miles per kilowatt hour, which honestly isn't great. So seeing it above 3 was really nice to see. I do think that something else that was listed in the continuous improvements section of the TSB for this car has changed something pretty significantly to the car, and I can't wait to tell you guys about it, but it's going to have to wait for another video. If you guys haven't already, check out my new Facebook page. There's a group and a page for my business. The group is going to be a spot where we can all just talk about whatever we want. I'm not limiting it to just cars, whatever we want to talk about, just a place to all hang out. So thanks for doing that. I'm enjoying talking with you guys and getting to know you a little bit better. So if you haven't already seen my video where I tested the 0 to 40 time of eco mode prior to getting this fix, why don't you check it out right here. And if you like today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.